everybody, and welcome to another episode of Insufficient Friends. I'm Kevin. Stevie is out this week, so I've brought in three fellas to help me fill in, because that's how many with our lot that it takes to fill in for Steve. So we've got Tyler, Nick, and Brock joining me today. Fellas, how's it going?
It's going well. You kind of stole my opening line joke. Nothing's changed from when we all worked together. It took three of us to equal one Stevie, so.
I'm sure she'll enjoy that when she listens to this later. Yeah. I'm sure she'll love that. Nick, how's it going?
It's good. I thought we were going to get a starting lineup intro, so.
Starting lineup?
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like, Nick, crack a joke right now.
Oh, I'm not going to do that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just casual, bud. It's just casual. Ty, how's it going?
Oh, Peachy Keen.
Peachy Keen?
Yes, sir.
That's good. So, what are we planning to talk about today? It's probably just going to be the three of us, or the four of us, I guess, talking about whatever we want to, as always. But I want to start off first with pets, because this is an interesting group of people when it comes to pets. Me, personally, I don't have any, because I like animals, but I'm not a big pet person. Brock has a dog, rather large dog, but just one dog.
Yeah, just the one. Just the one grizzly bear.
Ty has 3 cats.
Yeah. Yeah, it was only supposed to be 1, and then quickly went to 2, and then 3.
And Nick, how many animals are you guys up to?
5. I have 3 cats and 2 dogs, and actually, I think I stole one of Tyler's cats. It was from the same litter. So.
I don't think Ty is too upset about that.
Not at all. No, you can. If you want another one or two, just let me know and I'll drop them off.
No, I'm kept out.
So,
I should have been kept at 1.
So yeah, I was gonna say why do you have 5 pets? Why do you have that many?
Women. I don't really think I had a choice.
Okay.
When my girlfriend loved her to pieces, but she kind of runs the household on me, so.
The easiest way to kill baby fever is just get another animal.
No.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
If I get any more animals, I told her she's moving out. Somebody's going.
I get that. I mean, I don't. I'm not a pet person, like the cleanliness. So that's the one downfall to pets for me. But some of them are clean. It kind of depends. Like you guys are all clean. Like it's not make it sound like other people are disgusting. But you can keep it clean. It's just not for me. But other than that, Ty, I know your cats. You've always had some crazy stories about the cats. Is there been any recent updates from them? Because some of the stories I've gotten in the past are pretty.
Gosh, it's been, I don't know, how many months since we've last seen each other? I don't really know if I have any super interesting stories. They've been boring, other than one of my cats has just found out that she likes fighting the water that comes out of the sink faucet. Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
So that's cool. And then they love to just randomly run up and scratch my door frames.
Okay.
So,
well, there goes your deposit.
yeah, maybe. We'll see. A little bit of paint here or there.
That's true. Yeah, so we've got not a lot going on this week. We did just have opening day in baseball, which I know Brock is a big time baseball fan. All teams playing in the first day, what'd you think?
Yeah, I guess I'm the resident baseball expert here, so I can speak on this. Big Cardinals fan. We opened up against the Blue Jays, so it's a pretty good opening series. But I would say the biggest thing about baseball that just, layman, the people who don't watch baseballs, most people these days, we got big bases this year, so they made the bases bigger, and now there's a pitch clock. So the pitcher has 15 seconds between each pitch. The batter's got to be in the box by 8 seconds. So if you haven't watched baseball in a while, it might look a lot different from the last time you watched it, because they're trying to get the game sped up. So I think they said 3 or 4 games, and that could fact check me on that, but went over 3 hours, which if you're accustomed to any normal game, they're really long. So
yeah, they said they were cutting them down like 30 to 45 minutes for in-spring training, which is crazy. But that's I mean,
yeah, as a
complaint for a while is that they're way too long of games. But
yeah, as a baseball fan, it's been sad to watch the MLB decline in the last few years, just in my lifetime. So they're trying to make changes, be a little proactive.
Yeah.
See if they can get the next generation in on the game. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see that play out. I'm excited for the season.
I get that. Ty, I know you're not a big sports fan, but
It depends.
it depends.
Yeah.
Do you watch any sports really, or
Mostly just MMA,
MMA?
UFC, stuff like that.
Okay.
I've been trying to get more into watching football. So
Okay.
this last season, I was watching the Chiefs mostly.
Nice? Okay. Has there been any big? Is there? I thought I heard about a fight coming up, or there was one that just happened. Was there a big fight that just happened?
There was a pay-per-view a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good. Next week, there's a pay-per-view that's a middleweight title fight, which has a lot of history,
Yeah.
between the two guys. But other than that, man, there's normally like one or two good fights every single week, and they do like 3 to 4 free fight nights every month. So
All right, that's fun. And then Nick, our resident basketball person over here, we're almost to the end of the regular season, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready to go into the playoffs,
Yep.
and the Warriors are not. Your Warriors are not looking too hot.
I don't know. I think they're on the rise. I really do. But they're missing one of their key players. And I think until he comes back, it's like a waiting game, but they can't wait because they're not a good enough seed right now to just kind of coast until the playoffs. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully he's back soon.
Who do you have in the finals? Predictions?
I don't know. It's hard to say because the Phoenix Suns just traded for KD, and KD's played 5 games with them, and they're 5-0. So, I mean, I think they're kind of the team to beat right now. But
Yeah.
5 is such a small sample size that I don't know that you can go off that either. So, if I had to make one pick, I'd say Suns, and then in the East, I'd probably say the Bucks. But
Okay.
I think one thing Tyler sold himself short on is Nick and I are obsessed with watching the athletes. Tyler's becoming the athlete.
Yeah,
He's
Tyler's
looking
doing a good job.
jacked.
He's
Oh.
looking beefy.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
Talk about your gym routine.
Yeah.
What does health and fitness look like to you?
Oh, just coming off of a 3-month bulk, eating about 3,000 calories every day, 230 grams of protein, working out 6 to 7 times a week, and typically an hour and a half to 2 hours in the gym. Nothing big, just casual stuff.
Okay. If you call that casual, that works.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I've been doing a lot of powerlifting lately, so a lot of my maxes have shot up like 20, 40 pounds, but
Nice.
jeez.
now it's time to get into bodybuilding, get sculpted,
Okay.
look fresh for summer.
Nice. And how long does that usually take?
I don't really know. This is the first time I've actually done like a bulk and cutting season, so I'm at like 18-19% body fat right now. I'll probably be able to get down to below 10 in a month or two. Well, probably 2 to 3 months. So
Okay.
Just
So
making me feel good.
what have you guys been up to? Anything interesting that you guys have been doing lately? Brock, you just started a new position, I know, recently. We don't want to
did.
get too far into things, but anything interesting that's been happening?
Yeah, I did start a new position. The biggest thing is not having you guys anymore.
Yeah, we all used to work together at
yeah.
the bank with Stevie. So all of us, Stevie, Nikki, who you guys heard on here a couple weeks ago, and then the 4 of us all worked, and that was basically the branch besides our branch manager. So
Yeah.
Dream team.
So it's a lot of the same, a lot of the similarities between what I did with you guys and what I do now, but I definitely miss you guys. And again, like I said, every day going to work, I knew it was going to work aside. If it was a bad day, we
it's still gonna be fun.
struggled. It was still going to be fun.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting conversations, and just always look forward to seeing you guys. So
And that's just something with, I think, the people. Like as you get to know the others, still, I think it'll should do the same thing. I'm sure you guys have probably dealt with the same things a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, I'm in a corporate office now with people that are like twice my age, so I don't really talk to anybody all day.
Okay. Well, other goings on this week. We had baseball, basketball's going on. Did you guys hear about this mammoth meatball on the news? Did you guys hear about this?
I did hear the headline, but as a typical Gen Z millennial, I just read the headline. I didn't read the
So
article.
you don't know what it's actually about.
Not a clue.
Okay. So what would you think it was about if I had to ask you?
2 thoughts come to mind. One, they found a big old sack of meat that was just turned out to be mammoth meat, or they genetically modified somehow a mammoth meatball.
Ding 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 ding! You got it right.
Let's go.
They genetically made in a lab a meatball of mammoth meat.
So are you supposed to eat that?
No, it's like a display thing that they've got right now, but it's kind of the idea of being able to lab grow meat, which they've been testing for a while, so that you could start eating lab grown meat instead of having to have actual animals to grow or raise, I guess.
So do you still get to say medium or medium well on that?
Yeah,
or?
I mean you still cook, I believe you still cook it just like regular meat, but I'm not too versed in it. But that's yeah, but this one's made of mammoth.
How do we feel about the genetically modified meat?
I mean, technology is getting more and more advanced all the time, so I don't, as long as it's safe and I mean, they say it, anybody who's tried it says that it tastes pretty much like, almost exactly, and cooks just like real meat. So if you can't tell a difference, I don't really care. I like meat, so if it's cheaper, I can't tell a difference or anything else, I don't really care.
That's a fair assessment, Tyler.
Kind of like tofu. I've never had tofu, but I'm sure it's or imitation meat. The
Impossible. Yeah, but
yeah.
those are usually made out of like beans
Veggies
and
and-
things, aren't they? Beans and vegetables and things like that. This is like actual DNA
that's crazy.
that they're growing to make this meat.
I tried at least once to say that I've eaten mammoth. Do you think it tastes like elephant or like bison? I don't.
I mean, I would guess it's a pachyderm, so I would guess elephant is what it would be closest to.
I've never tried elephant either, so
yeah, I
that doesn't
don't-
help anything.
What is a pachyderm?
An elephant.
Okay, so you just had to put that in English for me real quick.
It's they take a derm and then they push it together really tightly and then they creates a pack of it.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Yeah.
I'm no food expert, so
Yeah, that's an understatement. We all know the lack of trying things. The mac and cheese diet that you're on.
yeah,
So.
I'm good with what I got right now. So
Yeah, I still don't get that.
we're not switching anything up.
Have you tried anything new lately?
You'll have to give me a minute to think about that, but swing back to me.
How was the mac and cheese? Let's put that way.
Oh, it was good. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
Like always. Actually, I did try, not really something different, but it is different. We went to Flat Branch
Okay.
lately. I've actually been 3 times, like the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
I've been binging it, but they have like I guess it's one of their signatures. They call it Paul's 6 cheese mac and cheese with chicken in it.
Okay.
And oh my God.
Okay. Why is that different though? That's not really different, is it? It's still it's just mac and cheese with
But,
chicken.
yeah, it's at a new place.
It's just
Though, so I tried something different.
It combined the best of both worlds for you, the chicken and the mac and cheese. Why not both?
Absolutely phenomenal.
What about shrimp mac and cheese?
I don't know. I've never tried shrimp.
Not a huge fan of shrimp.
I like shrimp.
The texture is just really
It's a different texture, but I do like shrimp. Brock?
I'm a fan of shrimp. It's similar to chicken to me as far as like the seafoods go. It's just so common that
Yeah.
it's not a delicacy anymore, and you're just kind of used to it.
Yeah.
At least for me,
It's-
I
it's
eat a
all
lot
over
of
the place,
a
yeah.
lot of shrimp, but yeah, no complaints. I think it's a good substitute for chicken.
That makes sense. Okay. So I don't yeah. Other than that, mammoth meat is so mammoth meat. I think we should all try it. I think we should try to get I think what would you try it, Nick?
Would I?
Would you try? Because I know you're the pickiest eater of the 4 of us
I don't know.
by far.
How much are you gonna pay me?
I'm not gonna pay you anything. I'm just asking you, would you try it?
It's probably a long shot, but I guess if you like knock me out and put it down my mouth, I will.
Well, that's not really you eating, is it?
I think I think we need consent to do something
Yeah, I
like
think that's
that.
I think that's
We'll
illegal.
need that
but-
down in writing.
Yeah,
Kira would probably let you do it.
yeah, probably. But
It just costs you another cat.
Yeah.
other things in the news was this is kind of funny. I saw earlier was a Dairy Queen in Arizona is on the hunt for a person who stole a giant spoon piece of artwork outside of their store, outside of their restaurant. Like, you know the spoons that you get at Dairy Queen, the big red ones, when you go get the ice cream? Yeah, so apparently they had a big, like a 15-foot tall one or 10-foot tall one or whatever outside their restaurant in Arizona, and somebody stole it.
It's good wall decor, you know.
I
Just
don't think that fit on any of our walls.
hang it
Do
from
you
the
have a
ceiling.
15-foot
I
wall?
might, you know, I've got those vaulted ceilings, so
That's true. That's true. I guess that's a possibility, but I don't know.
So did they get away with it?
I guess so.
so far.
Yeah, it says it's 15 foot tall. 15 foot tall was against the side of the building.
You do a lot of things with a 15-foot tall spoon.
It's a lot.
That's like a bed.
Could you imagine how much ice cream you could put on that?
Oh, a ton.
I don't think I could get it in my mouth in one go, but
No.
2 or 3 trips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But another one of the other things we were talking about at work. I was talking about with somebody at work the other day is candles. And the reason is there was a candle that we were talking about that is $75, which is a lot of money to me for a candle. What scent would you have to be able to smell from this candle for it to be $75? Like what would you pay $75 for a
So
candle?
I'm a bit of a candle connoisseur, so I like to go through the seasons with my candles.
Yeah, I get that. I
So-
do kind of too.
So I guess it depends on what season it is, but right now, like a blackberry or kind of a.
But would you pay $75 for a blackberry candle?
So here's the preface. How long does it burn? Like, is it $75 because it's going to last really long, or is it $75 for the scent alone?
Well, other candles that are the same size on this website were like $25 to $30.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing it's not going to burn any longer than those.
Yeah, because the Bath and Body Works ones are a bit steep as it is, so you could probably get you probably get 3 for $90. They're usually on sale, but if it lasts me as long as 2 normal candles, 75 is justifiable.
All right, Nick.
For me.
what scent would you have to have for it to be for you to pay $75 for a candle?
I don't know. It'd have to be. I'm like a big fan of like cinnamon or lavender. Probably lavender. It'd have to be lavender for me to even consider it. But that's probably not a very manly answer. So
Okay, Ty.
Yeah. I don't really know any specific name, but like going outside right after fresh rain, something like that, like that.
So like a
scent?
rainfall. Okay.
I guess that would
Yeah.
be a good name for it. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
I like that scent. That's a good scent.
That's
Yeah.
the smell of spring.
Yeah,
Definitely wouldn't
that's
spend 75 on it though.
Definitely
That's too
the
much.
smell of spring. What about a money scented candle?
No, dude. I worked in a bank. Money
yeah,
does
but-
not smell good.
Well, I think-
especially if it's heated.
I think difference though. I think this candle, this is a different candle. This isn't the one that was $75 that I'm talking about. But I think the idea of the money scented candle is like fresh money, not money that's been circulated that has a weed smell. that we smell all the time when we would straighten them or whatever. Because yeah, that got disgusting sometimes. But I think it's talking fresh, like if you got it right off the printing press.
see, I don't know. I don't know that I would like that because then it kind of just sits there as a reminder of what I don't have right now. So-
Sounds like a good way to burn my money.
Burn money, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice.
How do you guys feel about the new car scent? How do you guys feel about like new car smell?
I don't. Yeah, it's fine.
See,
Like-
I like it.
I think it's nice if I'm in a car, but I don't want my house to smell like that.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
it's a
I
valid
feel like the
point.
new car smell though is a lot of times just like a leather smell.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but to me it just smells a lot of times like leather.
Okay.
But I do like the smell of a new car.
Yeah.
That is nice.
It's probably just also the association with I got a brand new car.
Yeah, that too.
Because you put that smell somewhere else, maybe you associate it a little differently.
That's possible. That is true.
Would it make you think that your apartment or house is clean since it's associated with a new car, which is typically pretty clean?
It might. It's a possibility.
Could be a trick.
Yeah. I mean, you play a lot of tricks. Yeah.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenan again.
Okay. So, any goings on at? I'm looking at my computer, and every ad is for Disney stuff.
Yeah, how do we feel about targeted ads?
I mean, I guess it's fine. Like
Yeah, I
I mean, I don't know. It's weird to know that somebody's watching what you're doing and what you're looking at, but I mean, I don't really look at anything that's that crazy,
That's
so
fair.
I don't really care.
Yeah, that was kind of always my perspective is, yeah, we're using the internet for quote unquote free, but they're really just harvesting the data and then selling it. So that's why they're worth so much. But again, I don't think I'm interesting or important enough to,
Yeah.
monitor. So,
Yeah, if anybody wants to watch what I do on the internet, they're going to be really bored.
yes.
They're going to get really bored really fast. So,
You boys are quiet over there.
Yeah. you got to talk. You can't just shake your head. You got to.
Sorry. I'm a fan of targeted ads. Sometimes I get really cool things that
Yeah, I mean, you can see some cool stuff on there
Yeah.
too. Like just things that you may not even think of that's like this you might like this and that's cool. So but yeah, other than that, that's targeted ads are
Speak of the devil, and she shall appear.
yeah.
Siri strikes again.
It's I don't really know why it does that.
She heard us talking about her.
We didn't even say anything.
We know that they're monitoring us through the internet.
Jeff, is that you, Mr. Bezos?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess we'll go with I know the last time that I really saw Kev, you just gotten back from Disney, so
Yeah.
I know you had a great vacation.
I did. Do you have any vacations planned coming up?
That's what I was gonna ask. I actually do not. I really do need one. That's like a big quality of life boost when you're like, oh, 6 months
Yeah.
from
you're going
now,
on
I'm gonna go
vacation.
do something really fun, and then
Yeah.
5 months, and then you just kind of mentally count it down. But it sets that like pillar of
Yeah, me and Steve talked about that one, like delaying happiness or something on a podcast a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, and that because it makes it like you kind of get to enjoy it, you get to look forward to it for a period of time, which that way it's not just like done and over with. But
Yeah.
you guys got anything coming up planned?
Nothing set in stone right now. 2023 is the year that I'm trying to do like a ton of fun stuff. So like I want to go skydiving or
Okay,
bungee jumping, stuff like that. So, but that'll be like later on in the year whenever it's nice and warm.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Bungee jumping and skydiving, adrenaline junkie a little bit. Okay,
Just stuff that scares me, just
Okay.
to kind of get out of the comfort zone,
nice. I used to work with a girl who was a certified skydiver who could
That's insane.
do it on her own, and she's a bodybuilder too, which is kind of cool. But Nick, you got anything?
It's actually just me in a wig. I've
I've
been meaning to tell you this
that
for a
makes-
couple of years, Kev.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Nick, you got anything going on?
I think we're heading to Colorado for a week around the end of May, and then, just kind of get away. But then our 5-year anniversary is coming up in October, so
Where's the ring?
we bought some grass. So until that thing's paid down, there's no ring in the picture, but it'll come soon enough.
I'm sure it will.
But we've talked about going somewhere for 5 years too, maybe in October. I don't know, like a short little trip, but I don't know where she's thinking. She's always said she would want to go to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool, but is that where Stevie's at right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's either there or we went to Charleston, South Carolina last summer, and I absolutely love that place. So
Yeah.
I would absolutely go back.
I'm sure Maine would be pretty in like October. You got
Yeah.
all the fall colors and things. I'm sure it'd be pretty
Yeah.
beautiful up there.
Yeah.
But-
definitely.
As long as she doesn't expect a proposal during it, we're all good.
I
Oh
mean,
boy, she's gonna love listening to
Yeah.
this. Well, I guess in the same vein, well, not entirely in the same vein, but I'll pose a question. So, if you guys could relocate, live anywhere, your family's with you, none of those extenuating circumstances, live anywhere in the United States. It doesn't have to be forever, but just live for, we'll say, 5 years. Do you have a city or region or state that you guys feel particularly inclined to or drawn towards?
For me, not necessarily. I mean, I don't I don't really have a problem with Missouri. Like you got where we're at, we're pretty middle of the state, so you've got hour and a half and you're in a big city. Don't have a problem with that. You get all 4 seasons for the most part. So
It's true.
my problem is I don't like the heat. But as I get older, I don't like the extreme cold either. So that's a problem. Because I can't get I need a place that is just 70 degrees all year round, which is probably on the ocean. Maybe Southern California, but I don't know if I'd want to live there either. So it's just, I don't know. What about you?
My for fun would probably be like San Diego,
Okay.
California, or somewhere in SoCal, at least like in my, early 20s. But then for like raising a family type deal, I would probably say somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but either like Montana, which is, again, you have the harsh climate, or Washington.
Okay.
I do that's like a weird thing about me. I like the like dreariness.
I do too.
Um,
Yeah. Seattle, I'd love to go visit Seattle and just,
yeah.
I love the dreary, gloomy, kind of cloudy.
Give me a cabin in the middle of the redwoods, and that's all I need.
Yeah, see, I don't like being that far away from everything. I want to be within a few-minute drive of modern conveniences and not have to drive an hour and a half to go to get groceries.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. You have an emergency and you're a bit SOL out there, but I'm from like a small town, so
Yeah.
I kind of like the isolationism mindset
Yeah,
of just
that makes sense.
being self-sustainable and not having the the hustle and bustle.
Nick, do you have a place in mind that you would want to?
I'd probably go somewhere coastal. I don't think I could live there forever, but just the weather is hard to beat. And
Yeah.
it's just so nice when you go on vacation and it's just perfect weather. But
Okay. Any certain coast, or you just want to be near the coast?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd probably go to Charleston, South Carolina. 'Cause
Okay.
it was just it was weird because it was busy, but it still had the small town vibe.
Okay.
We spent most of our time on Sullivan's Island, and that just felt like a little coast kind of town, and it was cool. But that's probably where I'd go. Definitely not for forever though.
Nice. Okay. Ty, what about you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Strangely enough, maybe like Utah, around the Four Corners kind of area. There's
Okay.
a YouTuber that I've followed since high school, and he lives out there, and so he would do vlogs of walking the national parks there, and it looks really cool. Other than that, probably Washington. We used to have a guy come into the branch to clean one of our machines, and he would show me pictures of just waterfalls and stuff like that where you could easily walk to or drive to, and something where the nature is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Try to stay active that way. That'd be ideal.
Yeah. It's the beauty of nature is amazing sometimes. Just the stuff you can see just going out wherever. And the US has tons of different types of climates with deserts, coasts, prairies, swamps. We got everything here. So it's kind of crazy. What's your favorite place you've ever visited, or your most beautiful that you've thought of when you've ever visited there?
So, okay, are we talking about United States?
Don't care.
Don't care?
Anywhere.
Well, I've been to Rome, so that city is just so historic, and the architecture is just immaculate. So, city vibes, definitely Rome, beautiful place. If it's just out in nature, I haven't traveled too much, but Niagara Falls, I recently went there a couple months ago, and that is breathtaking. So
I'm
probably
sure.
there.
Okay. Nick, what about you? You been anywhere that you thought was just unbelievable?
L.A. I went there for a Warriors-Lakers game. We flew out for a couple days for that, and it's just so different, the lifestyle, but it was fun. There's so much to do. It
Yeah.
seems like you could never get bored in a place like that, but
That's true. Brock, what about you?
I'm going to take a place that Nick would probably get really bored in. It's called Silverton, Colorado. It's this little mining town, kind of close to the Four Corners, actually, but it's just nestled in between the mountains. So you're just, I don't know, it gives you just this perspective that you feel so small when you're in the mountains.
Okay.
But the little town it is more of a touristy place now, but it is really small. And I don't know, I just loved that area. You would drive down a trail and you would see massive animals, and it was just really cool little town.
That's cool.
You had to take a train to get in.
Nice. I love trains. Trains are so much fun. That'd actually be if I could do a vacation. You can do like a train tour from like Britain and down into Europe and stuff like that, and I think that'd be fun.
That would be awesome.
But probably the most beautiful place I've ever been is Costa Rica. Everything about it was beautiful, but we did one hike that I thought was going to kill me. But you go down, it's like some 1,000-odd stairs to go down to the bottom of this waterfall, and it's probably 20 stories tall, and it's just amazingly beautiful. And then you have to hike back up the whole thing, which is not fun, but it was amazingly beautiful.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about we can do this one a little quick. Just say the place I think you might have done this on a podcast before. If you have an unlimited amount of money, what do you do? And like,
Oh yeah.
I think I said go somewhere. So I'll ask that for you guys. If you could go anywhere that you haven't been in the world, where would it be?
Oh, that's hard. Tyler can start.
I've been wanting to go to Japan. Being able to go visit Tokyo, as weird as it sounds, I would love to climb up Mount Fuji. I've never climbed a mountain or anything like that. Most of my hiking consists of like an hour and a half, and then I'm ready to call it quits. But Japan, especially whenever the cherry blossoms are blossoming,
Yeah.
that would be
That would be.
fantastic.
We used to work with you guys didn't. At the branch at the bank. We used to have a guy that worked there with me when I first started. That Seth went hiking all the time, and he hiked. I think he's hiked a couple mountains, and he used to tell me stories about that. And it sounds amazing, and it sounds like a ton of fun.
Yeah, it seems like him and Abby are hiking, like going on different mountain trips every couple months.
Well, I think he wants to hike the main. There's like, I think it's 7 main mountains or something around the world that he wants to do, and I don't know how many he's gotten to so far. Probably not. I don't think near all of them, but I know that was one of his goals, and that sounds pretty awesome. Like, it would be cool to hike to a top of a mountain. I don't know if I could do it, but it sounds like it would be beautiful to do.
Yeah, definitely could not be me.
No. Nick, you delayed. You got your delay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'd probably say Greece. Just
Okay.
because I've always seen like pictures and it always looks so pretty, and it's like, I don't even know, is it on an ocean? It's like by water.
Peninsula.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
It's
I
in the
just think it'd be
Mediterranean.
pretty, and yeah.
okay. Is it the water? Like, do you like the water?
Yeah,
Would you
I
go
wanna
on a
go-
cruise. I know Ty is vehemently against cruises.
I would honestly love to go on a cruise, but I'm so scared that I would get seasick and just not enjoy it.
Okay.
But like the thought of going on a cruise, I would love to do it.
Okay. My mom always she got seasick the first one we went on, and then after that she would just do she would take like Dramamine like the week before leading up to it, and then she was fine after that. But I get that. I've been on some pretty rough like cruises with rough seas. We actually had to divert. I remember one time I believe we skipped an island because there was a hurricane in the area. But
Ty's definitely not going now.
Absolutely not. It's just not a good idea.
what do you mean?
It's nightmare fuel.
No, cruises are man.
They're fun.
We've had this chat.
I know we've had this.
Is-
Yeah, it's
Is it just like getting stranded?
it's the idea of I can't swim too well, and if we're out in the middle of the ocean and something were to happen, I don't think I'd want to be stranded out at sea for longer than I need to.
Oh,
So
I know several people who I've known several people who can't swim at all, don't know how to swim, and they love cruises.
It sounds fantastic for them.
Yeah, did you guys see the cruise ship that was out at sea when they like found out that there was someone that had COVID on the ship?
Oh yeah,
Weren't
I
they
remember that.
stranded? Like they wouldn't let them.
Yeah, but that
port-
was also the beginning of that whole thing, and we didn't really know what was going on.
All I'm saying, there's a chance you get stranded.
There's a chance, but it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you're a no then too.
I'm also a no. There's a Bill Burr skit where I won't offend everyone who listens to Insufficient Friends with that, but go watch the Bill Burr clip of him talking about cruise ships. Yeah, I everything Tyler said I agree with. It's that many people on one boat. I don't know, you eat together every day. I don't know, and I've never been on one, so I shouldn't pass judgment
Yeah.
before I've tried it.
I don't think you guys realize like how yes, it's a lot of people, but I don't think you guys realize how big these ships are. Like I don't
Yeah.
and I didn't either until I like got up close to one of them and saw one of them in like driving up to it. They're flipping huge.
I mean, I've seen the Sweet Life on deck, so if that's anything, I've kind of got a little bit of perspective. I don't know, man. I think that I would get bored so fast, and cruises are typically a couple of weeks long that,
No, most of them. I mean, most cruises aren't more than a week.
oh,
At
really?
the most is 7
Still,
days.
Still, I'm just going to pass. I'd like to stay on solid
You know,
ground for the most part.
Each to their own. I have fun on them, but each to their own. I get it. I get it. Well, fellas, I think that is about it. Unless you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about.
I just wanted to make one last little plug for Kevin. He runs that, I don't know, what's this called, switchboard?
Audio board. Yeah, this little.
He
audio
runs
board.
the audio board like an absolute expert.
But yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, props to you. Thanks for getting this all set up and
Yeah,
inviting
thanks
us
for-
on. I had fun.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
It was a good time.
It was fun. Hopefully you didn't Hopefully you guys didn't feel too nervous while we were actually doing this, right?
I think Nick and I were the only ones that were actually nervous, but it's gotten better.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good way to end it. We'll stop there, guys, and Steve will be back next week, so we'll talk to you guys then.